Ian, you ain't ish. Sarah, you ain't ish. Bear, you're a rapist. Nah, I'm about to flame this whole friend group. Let me just send a little message real quick, you know, a little supportive message for her and her relationship with Bear.
A few moments later.
Oh, hell nah.
I mean, just think of all the things you can wish for. A world hunger, or like ending homelessness.
Yeah, world hunger and shit.
The Epstein files or something. I mean, there's just so much things that you could wish for. So much that you could.
I finally saw Obsession. It was good. I liked it. A wish that turns a very normal girl, a supernaturally possessed demon who goes on a murdering rampage in the name of love, stomping out any ops along the way. But is that really the case? Well, let's set the scene real quick. We're in a very low-key town of 4 people. And that's not like the only people in the town, but that's our main cast of characters. 4 people, 1 friend group. We are Bear, okay? He's not confident. He's the Mr. Nice Guy, boy best friend, but would actually have potential had he just believed in himself. Who also low-key in some angles has a certain resemblance to a certain somebody. Bear is on a mission to ruin his friend group by confessing his love to Nikki. We are simultaneously introduced to Ian. Ian? Yeah, Ian. He's that one crab in a bucket homeboy where if he loses a match, he's ending the game. If a fine girl walks up to you, he's gonna look at you and be like, yo bro, you still got them $2 in your account? And he does not want Baron to ask Nikki out. Next up we got Sarah. She's number 3. She wants to be a tattoo artist, I think. I believe so. But she really wants to get into art school. And she flunked the hell out in her high school, so you know, she's not having any luck. Also, she has a father. And last, we have Nikki. She's a confident girl. She's sarcastic, but really, I don't know who the hell she is. Because 20 minutes into the movie, Bear breaks his wood. What? And she goes full yandere simulator on him. We don't really know her that much because the majority of the time we spend with her are through the lens of the entity. It is my understanding from the one time I watched this film that all of these 4 people work at Sarah's father's video store. They have trivia night coming up. The fun thing happens every Wednesday. We linking up, we having a good time. But while everybody else is trying to figure their lives out, Baron is over here trying to figure Nikki out. Boom, Bear comes home from work. BAM! Cat dead. Already? It wasn't even like 10-15 minutes into the film, cat dead on the floor. Then, to make matters worse, Nikki calls him up on the phone and she's like, hey yo, real talk, I put in my 2 weeks. I'm not gonna be your work wife. You're gonna have to figure something out. I mean, he's already mapped out their whole lives together. He already planned where they're gonna move, done bought a station wagon, the kids' names picked out. He was ready to retire with this woman. So now what is he gonna do? Baron plans to get her a necklace, but changes his mind last minute and gets her One Wish Willow. Every girl's dream, I guess. Trivia night happens. Baron is fumbling. Ian keeps coming in crotch blocking him. But Sarah, on the other hand, she actually seems to care about bro. He tells her the cat died. She's like, aw. You know, she gives him a little hug and you know, she knows the cat, Sandy. R.I.P. Sandy. She seems so sweet. I hope nothing happens to her. But like I said, Baron's fumbling his words. He's sweating. It's time to go home. So when Nikki says she needs a ride, this mofo pops up. I'll take you home, Nikki. White Knight to the rescue. We're Baron, and he's driving Nikki home. So he's on the steering wheel. You know, he's cruising. He's lifting up his eyebrow. He's doing the light skin face. But she's not feeling it at all. She knows bro likes her. She could tell. She's like closing her legs and like every girl's worst nightmare. Their little brother, buddy, best friend, like a brother to me, wants to be Alabama type of brother. But unlike bro, she actually has balls. Or she actually has guts. And she just tells him straight up like, yo, real talk, you like me? And Baron's sitting there, he's like, I like you as a friend. And she's like, good. Baron is stressing. He is in the car like, I just made the worst mistake of my life. And so he opens the One Wish Wonder and snaps his wood in half on some Fairly Odd Parents, on some Aladdin type beat. And he wishes that Nikki loves him more than anything in the world, the whole wide world. And then BAM! She turns into Freaky Nikki. Oh, jump scare warning. That's another thing. This movie got a jump scare for damn near everything that happened in the whole film. Old boy opens the fridge. BAM! He washes his hands. BAM! He checks on his meat. BAM! He wipes his cat's ass. Bam! There's a jump scare. I'm like, why? I'm in the middle of the theater. The sound is coming into my brain. Pause. Bottom line, Nikki is gone. And Freaky Nikki is here. Why is that her name? And she says something. And this is our first clue to the big mystery. She says, I'm feeling sad because my cat just died. Or something along those lines. And Baron's like, well, hold on. Your cat just died? Oh, my cat just died. Because last time I heard, you ain't have a cat. Just keep that in mind. Nikki runs around the car. And then the next second, she's all over him. It seems like bro snapping his wood worked. She wants him. Then he brings her home. She gets comfortable. She wants him to lay with her. He's like, chat, what do I do? There's a girl in my bed. I don't know what to do. But he's also like, yo, Nikki, there's something wrong with you. Like, you ain't right. You ain't supposed to be acting this way. Right? He knows that she's going through it a little bit. She's not acting like herself. So he makes out with her. And boom! Another jump scare. She flips off of the bed. She's like, whoa, what the You're not Charlie Kirk. But then the magic of the broken wood kicks in. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It happens sometimes. You know, I'm an Aries. But Baron, he's not your typical incel. He knows she's going through it. She seems a little high, maybe drunk, maybe on some type of substance. He's like, you know what, girl? Go to sleep on the bed. I'll sleep on the floor. Let's calm down. So he talks to his homeboy Ian the next day. He's like, yo, Ian, I don't know what's going on with her. She's acting weird. She wanted me last night. Ian's like, wanted you? No, that was the crack talking. She doesn't want you. She was high. Baron's like, no, dude, her dad has cancer. Trust me, she wants me. She tells him, I can't be alone. I need you because my father has cancer. So they hook up in his honor. You know, they smash for dad. They smash for dad. It's what he would have wanted, says Baron. I'm playing. He don't say that. But basically, that they hook up. They become a couple. They're Netflix and chilling. But she don't give a damn about the movie. All right? She's all over him. It's to a point where even bro's like, watch the movie. Sarah starts rolling her eyes. I sure hope her eyes stay intact. Then Ian breaks the big news. She doesn't even have a father. Or he actually doesn't have cancer, I mean. So Baron's like, yo, baby girl, like, is your dad really cancerous for real? And she starts tripping. She starts crashing out. She's like, no. He's like, okay, baby, I'm sorry, damn. And then she's all good. Baron getting a little scared. You see, it was cute at first, but now she's doing too much. He's trying to catch some Z's in the bed, and she's watching him in the corner of the room like, terrifying. Film is great at these quiet moments, and it really makes up for all the damn jump scares in the movie. Talking about some, go back to sleep. Hell no, I ain't going back to sleep. We gonna have to have a wrestling match or something if she try to like come at me with something. Then Nikki does the unthinkable. And it's at this point that I'm thinking, maybe I wouldn't be built for this. I genuinely just might not be built for that. She digs up bro's cat, puts a little memorial talking about some, I made this for you. Baron's all like, that's weird. You just dug up my dead, like my cat. Like what the hell? You know, I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a little weird. You know, she a little on that special tip. But you know, I wouldn't really like crash out per se on her. But then she cooks the cat. She make a Sandy sandwich. He's at work chopping it up with Sarah. He opens the sandwich. There's a damn cat fur, cat foot, cat thigh, cat ass. There's a piece of cat in the sandwich. And he starts throwing up. But here's the problem. When Sarah asks him, why are you throwing up? What's wrong? He's like, oh, this is nothing. It's an inside joke. It's fine. He keeps it to himself. I would have been like, look at this. No. After that, I'm gone. Baron knows something's up, but he doesn't stop it. He wants her that bad. I mean, it's to the point where he suggests taking some time away from her. And what does shorty do? She duct tapes the damn door shut. At that point, I would have ordered a vacuum Hoover Pro 3000 Max or whatever the hell it's called, and I would have got the hell out of town. I'm not coming back. I'm changing my name to like Suelo or something like that. Hell no. The whole roll of tape. I don't even know where she got it from. After finally escaping that door, Ian's like, yo, bro, real talk, you gotta be taking advantage of her because there's no way that girl will ever like you. Bro invites Baron on a boys' night, but here's the catch. Freaky Nikki can't come. She's not invited. Nikki likes to do that little big smile, that cheese that she does. She did that when he left, and she stood in the same spot and pissed herself. And it was a very long shot with no music, and I loved it. because it was scary. But when Baron comes home, there she is! She's standing in the same exact spot, in the same pose, sweating, vomiting, pissing, sharding. She's just everything. She's just a mess on the floor. It's on her body, just everywhere. And bro's like, have you been in the same spot all day? She's like, oh, I was waiting for you. Don't worry, I'll clean all this shit up. I'll go into the shower. So she goes into the bathroom. And bro's like on the other side, and he's scared. He's sweating. He's like, babe, so there's this boys' night I want to go to. And she throws the biggest tantrum. You don't see her. You just hear her screaming. Like, ah! On the other side of the door. Okay, she's kicking her feet. She's mad. And then bro finally caves and he just invites her. Oh, dumbass. So now we at the boys' night. But here's the twist. Ian invited Sarah and damn near everybody in the whole town. It wasn't a boys' night. He just didn't want Freaky Nikki coming. But Freaky Nikki is here. And she's ready to play some games. So we're on the couch area, right? Nikki wants to be a writer. Or a waitress. And she's got a little something that she wrote. It's a Hansel and Gretel incest horror story. She says some freaky things that, well, let's just say if you had like a arm, and if you turned it into sushi.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And let's just say if Nikki was hungry for that sushi, but instead of eating with these lips, it's weird, and everybody's uncomfortable, except for her. She thinks it's so great, and the whole vibe is ruined. So now it's time to play Truth or Dare. But back to her little story, I saw a comment, and it's the only piece of conversation I've read about this movie, and the commenter was low-key cooking. This weird, disturbing story between Hansel and Gretel could have been Nikki's way of showcasing how Baron ruined their brother-sister friendship that she thought they had, how he violated it and turned it foul. Because the film gets disturbing at some points. There are times where they're at a park just chilling, or they're outside at work chilling, and then bam, sex scene. Baron's getting freaky on Nikki, but Nikki's just kind of laying there. You hear her moaning, but the camera just lingers on her face and she has no expression. So now it's time to play Truth or Dare. Boys' night, remember, stay focused. But Baron picks a block, and basically his dare is to kiss the person on his left. And who's sitting to his left? Old Sarah, homegirl Sarah. And Nikki does not like that. And she gets up, walks around behind Sarah. At first I'm thinking she's about to snap this girl's neck, or she's gonna stand on her shoulders and rip her head off or something. And she's not letting that slide. So she goes over, she's like, nah, you gonna kiss me. And honestly, but again, he kisses her. And boom! She snaps out of it. Whoa, 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 who are you? What am I doing? And then she just grabs a glass and starts smashing it upon her face. Boys' night ruined. Baron takes her to the ER. Those mofos don't even want her. They're like, you better put a Band-Aid or some Neosporin on that shit, because we ain't taking her in. Baron has no choice but to take her back home. He don't even clean the blood off her face. He just lets her lay there like that. And while being asleep, her mouth is moving. She's talking. Freaky Nikki is down. Regular Nikki is back for the moment. And she's pleading. She's begging. She says, please kill me. She tells him, I was never with you. Basically a passenger watching her body get violated by someone who she thought was a friend. And what does Baron say? What does this incel say? What's so wrong about being with me? Oh, hell. I saw that part and immediately I'm like, so this is what we're watching now. Things are getting dangerous. So he takes that one wish willow, flips it over, calls the number on the back of the box, right? He's like, yo, gang, I screwed up. I need to take back a wish. Something's wrong. Phone guy is basically like, yeah, Jit, you could. No refunds on that shit. You're gonna have to live with it. Or, you know, you could kill yourself. It's just a suggestion. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Or there's another option. Being as the wishing willow only works once, he could have somebody else use their wish and unwish his wish. It's a possibility. There's a chance. But on the phone, we hear this gnarly scream. Nikki screaming for her life on the other end. From the depths of hell, we hear Nikki's voice screaming on the other end. She is in a state of torture. Then Baron hangs up the phone. He can't deal with it. Boys' night was a disaster. So Sarah texts him like, what are you doing? You up? Meet me in the park. I have to talk to you. It's important. Nikki's sleeping next to him. Her arm right here. He's like, I can't do that. But she's like, if you don't, I'm gonna pull up instead. So he's like, okay, chill. He sneaks out. He goes to the park to meet with Sarah. Basically, she has one last chance to make it into art school. And she wants to share this moment with Baron. Aww. First, she has to break the news. She's like, yo, Baron, real talk, you know how you with Nikki? Well, Ian been hit that. That's been his girl. They've been hooking up for years. They just didn't tell you. You're a magical rebound. She don't really want you like that. But me, perhaps we could be something. She likes him. It's so cute. It's so sweet. But I noticed something upon watching this film. Upon watching this scene, I'm sorry. The camera is suspiciously positioned to the side a little bit. So if this is the square, right? This is the square. Sarah's head is here. There's a window, the window shot, all right, from the passenger seat because they're in the car. She's coming. I know Nikki's coming. Where is she? Okay, but they keep talking. Nothing's happening. I'm thinking maybe Sarah's cool. No, because she suggests they make up for that kiss that they missed. And Baron's all corny ass. He's like, you like me? I like you too. And so, you know, he goes in for the kiss. And Nikki breaks through the window, starts smashing her head. Bah, 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 bah. I'm talking, she's spamming that command, all right? Like when I used to play Chun-Li in Street Fighter with the... She starts smashing her dome into the steering wheel. Oh my gosh. Sarah is now strawberry jam. And Nikki's like, oh, I'm sorry, but this is your fault. Like, why were you linking up with Shorty in the middle of the night talking about some... She talking about some, I was to your left and you gonna lean in for the kiss? Which is honestly, is valid. Still, that's crazy. That's not valid. Hold on, nah, you thought I was gonna let this slide. Sarah, you thought I was gonna let this slide. Oh, hold on, cause I'm over here thinking like, after seeing the movie, I'm like, damn, you know, that's messed up, poor Sarah. But hold on a second. So you mean to tell me you was feeling bad this whole time, and you thought that maybe, you know, maybe he was the one for you, but you ain't saying nothing, right? Now that bro got a girl, he in a happy, loving relationship. Now you want to come out the woodworks. You just saw your homegirl stab herself with a glass. And instead of worrying about her, you texted homeboy at 3 a.m. talking about some come outside. You know, like you deserve someone more chill, someone like me, you know? Like I was to your left, so like we gonna kiss. Now he deserves someone like you. First of all, he don't deserve shit. But that's besides the point. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Sarah, you not love. You waited for him to be cuffed up to try to talk about some you love him. That's crazy. Sarah, you ain't ish. Ian, you ain't ish. Ian, you over here gatekeeping. Ian's over here gatekeeping, talking about some confess her love, call her freaky Nikki. He's telling Bear to do all the things that's gonna piss Nikki off because low key he's hating and he don't want nobody else to get with Nikki but him. That's crazy, bro. Ian, you ain't ish. Sarah, you ain't ish. Bear, you're a rapist. Bro, taking advantage of that girl. Yo, this whole friend group ain't ish. The only person who I actually vibe with is Nikki. She's the only one. That's crazy. So I'm texting Nikki through the promotional number that came out for the movie Obsession. And at this point, I'm feeling like a clown because I'm like, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen. Did I just text a virus? Is my phone gonna start bugging out? And then I see that. So I hit her with the quick why real quick, you know, just for legal reasons. And I'm waiting for a response, and yay, can't wait to chat with you more. And she sends her own profile in my phone and adds a little heart to it. I'm like, that's crazy. So I hit her with the, what's good with you, Nikki? Nothing, no response. I'm waiting for like hours. I'm at work at this point. And I'm thinking, damn, did I just get ghosted by the chatbot? And then this happened.
A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
Oh, hell nah. At this point, I'm feeling a little devious. So I'm like, you know, let me just send a little message real quick. You know, a little supportive message for her and her relationship with Bear. You know, just trying to be a good wingman, just like Ian, you feel me? So, W-mans. We are at the point of no return. One of our friends are dead. It's over. Baron goes back into the store where he bought the one-hit wonder. So he asks front desk, bro. He's like, dude, can you unwish my wish? Bro's like, chill. I already wished my shit. I'm good. I got a place out in the Bahamas. Okay? I got shorties out in Tibet. I don't want none of this. But he does offer a solution. He says, Nikki loves you that bad. Why don't you just ask her? She might just do it for you. I was so hyped at this part of the movie. That's a perfect way to set up this ending, right? But bro goes to Ian because he's scared to ask her, you know, because she's a little angry. She had him help her bury Sarah's body. But bro goes to Ian. He's like, bro, dude, please, I need you to unwish my wish. He explains the weeping willow. But be careful, he says. You gotta word it carefully. So Ian's like, I wish for $1 billion. Boom, 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 boom. He's one down, one to go. Luckily, the store man had another weeping willow. He has one left. So he has no choice but to go home and face the freak herself. Just a little side note. There is an extra level of uncomfortability for me watching this because Nikki constantly spends the whole film talking about some, oh, Bear, Bear, I love you, Bear, come here, Bear. That made it a little too real in some scenes. But anyway, Baron's back home, and bam! Sarah is butt booty naked on the couch. Dead Sarah. She dug Sarah up, stripped her clothes. I mean, she has no face, it's just a body. In case you're wondering why is she butt booty naked, it's because Nikki was so pissed that he would even dare try to meet up with this girl at night. You know, she copied her tattoos, she whatever. But when we see her, she's moving like a computer virus. I mean, she's pop locking, she's twitching, she's moonwalking. Baron's begging her like, wait, baby, sweetie pie, cutie pie, I need you to unwish my wish. Could you please just snap this piece of wood? She's like, no. Ian comes through the door. He's like, dude, I just got $1 billion. What are you doing? Where are you going? He's ready to count his blessings. But Nikki turns around and gives him another one between the eyes. She shoots bro in the face. Bam! Another friend down. Baron uses that as his chance. He grabs the gun, hides in the bathroom. But here's the problem. He dropped the one wish willow on the floor in the living room. He doesn't have any other choice but the Glock in his hand. He's about to, eat some lead. Baron being Baron, he's too scared to pull the trigger. He's too scared to end Nikki's suffering. The suffering that he put her through in the first place. He can't even do that right. So he's like, I'll just swallow little pills instead. But then he gets too scared to do that. He tries to throw them up, but it's too late. Freaky Nikki snapped her last wood. And suddenly, all of Baron's fears go away. At this point, we know she made a wish. For bro to love her how she loves him. So now Baron, he puts his exit from life on hold and embraces Nikki. I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna be the most toxic couple in the world. They're in love. But here's the thing, Baron forgot to throw up the pills. So he starts convulsing. It's over. Baron is down for the count. He's gone. And Nikki's like, no, my one true love, my one true this, my forever, my berry bear. But remember what homeboy said. Baron is dead. The wish is over. So Freaky Nikki is gone, and real Nikki comes back. She's like, it's over. She's screaming. Dead shorty in the chair, dead homeboy on the floor, dead homeboy in her lap, 2 of which she murdered, and now she's facing 25 to life. But hey, at least her dad don't really have cancer. A win is a win, right? In conclusion, Freaky Nikki is terrifying. Yes, she's toxic a little bit. Yeah, she shitted herself once or twice. She cooked the cat. Nikki was a victim to the nice guy, insecure, naive Baron who knew Nikki didn't like him. But instead of biting the bullet, instead of just confessing to her, instead of just telling her how he feels and just facing the consequences, he let it linger out of fear of being rejected. Instead of taking the advice of his friend, he takes full advantage of the situation, and despite his hesitance in the beginning, bro folds under no pressure and uses this vulnerability to hook up with his friend. He hears her screams in the netherworld. He hears her begging to be put out of her misery. He knows that she's trapped in a body that he is using to enjoy himself. He's the one in control here, despite how she's acting. And when she says, please kill me, all he has to say is, what's so bad about being with me? I'm afraid Baron just might be the worst type of nice guy. The quiet one who waits for his moment to strike, who's aware that he's taking advantage of this girl, but is willing to thug it out anyway because he is obsessed with her. My cat just died, she says. Except now we know that it wasn't Nikki. All the one wish Willow did was take his desires from his brain and the way he fixates on this girl and throw it into her body. It was his wishes, his desires, his obsession. I'm rating this 9.5 out of 10, baby! Peace.